问号都没了，没有错，都没了，踩得干干净净的。他的问号真的好无聊啊！我建议这种开放世界的游戏啊，如果要设计这种东西，那干脆不要放进去啊。这种东西少一点比较好啊。如果只有一半，我觉得比较刚好。一太低了，太小了。我不觉得有几个玩家会喜欢这种东西。啊，就是他，小弟弟。
So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather? I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone.
Just who the spit are you?
没有证据就乱抹而且还很大声，跟网军没两样。我是他爸啦，瓦林爸爸啦。
His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father. A grifter, a cheat, just like his brood.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave muck
不会
at
真的
our
是骗子吧，
shop
小弟
door
弟？
just to draw patrons to his own stall. So back away, drifter.
Not gonna happen.
Won't it? Well, then we'll thrash you as well, which is all the same to me.
我有个问题他踩到泥巴，你有损失吗？又不会因为他踩到泥巴就不去你们店里喝酒。北方拳王教训那些南部仔。偷课水。
Lads, charge! Take him for a ride. That's him.
啊，一直防御。这么多旁观者，大家就喜欢啊，喜欢血流成河。不是吗？人不就是这么嗜血的生物吗？
What's the meaning of this? The brawl? Who started it?
I'm investigating the beast on the Duchess's orders.
Ah, yes. We've heard of you. And these men, what are they doing?
有女王罩真的好爽，想干嘛就干嘛。他们找我麻烦啊，碰
Obstructing
我
my
磨死了，
investigation.
让他们尝尝看被磨死的感觉。
Understood. Right. A few days in the clink ought to teach them not to impede official duchy business. Come on.
好了，小弟弟换你了。你如果说谎，我也送你下去啊。
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a fine duo.
怎么搭？
Yeah? How you imagine that working?
Splendidly. That's how. I suggest a partnership, where I see to the boots
你
while
赚
you
的够
stand
多吗
guard.
你可以
And
请得
as
了
you're the
守卫。
stronger, come morn you take the chamber pot out and help me make mud.
Bit about the mud's true? They were right to want to box your ears.
小子真的是
I've
骗
got
子
to make a
哎！
living somehow. So, what
你有被
say
点
you,
过啊，小
sir?
朋友？
Partners?
Let me think about it. Listen, I'm interested in a certain gentleman.
Wait, wait! Before we get to talking, please, take a seat.
对，坐下去擦完跟我收钱。
But my boots are clean.
In this city, no boots are clean unless they just come off my stand. A seat, sir, please.
小小年纪这么滑头哦。不能啊，
So
这样不行，孩子。
Who was it you wanted to ask about?
One of your patrons. Tall, elegant black frock. Not from around here.
An arrival.
死小孩。
I hear a faint bell ringing. A modest sum might make it sing out loud and clear.
How much?
Let's say
还都还500克朗，
500 crowns.
What? Gotta be kidding
人家老公
me.
死了才
What would
赔
you even
800
do
克
with
朗，
that
你要
kind of
500克
coin?
朗。
Expand my venture. I'm sure you can imagine.
对，
Have
资助你这个诈骗集团。
a proper stand with a big sign. I want a new box too. New polishes, new brushes. And if I've enough coin left, I'll buy a share in a launderer's. Get wastewater for free.
Got it all planned out.
I should think so. Capital is all I require.
我必须让这个邪恶的苗子在这里就直接把这个邪恶的苗子给葬送掉啊！
No way. Not about to contribute to your shady venture. You'll tell me what you
坏人。
know for free.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir.
下一个
As you wish, sir.
好像下一个垃
I
圾
know
啊
the fellow you seek, though I don't know his name. A steady patron. Gets his boots cleaned every few days. He's very good to me. Always pays me a premium.
哦，他是被那个吸血鬼养大胃口。
No, but you could wait here. Perhaps he'll stop by.
Don't have the time for that. Sure you don't know where to find him? Or maybe notice which direction he came from?
When I clean boots, sir, I do not look up to see where folk come from. I clean.
It seems you're having a rough go of it.
Oh, you're here. Feeling better?
I am, thank you. The local necropolis. The air does wonders for me. Now, if I might intercede, I dare say I've the right question to ask. Young man, you see this vial? One drop added to your boot polish will help you wipe even the most encrusted boot clean as the dome of St. Lebioda's cathedral. With it, you will serve 3 times as many patrons at a fraction of the effort, and piles more coin. I'm prepared to give you this vial if you tell me where the man we seek lives.
But you won't hurt him, will you? The gentleman's art true, but he's kind.
In point of fact, he's a friend. Yet we had a falling out of sorts and would like to straighten matters out.
I leave his boots at the door of a house near the port. The door is red, but I do not know if the gentleman lives there.
Worth checking.
完
Might
了，
happen on a lead.
我突然
Would
想到，我
you
买了
let me scrape the dirt
买
off
东
your
西要
kickers
吃没有
before you
吃。
go? With all due respect, sirs, your boots could stand a cleaning.
Thank you. Perhaps later.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with.
小妹妹，你好歹画条线在地上吧。
Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and holler, Detlef, I'm coming for you. A bit more finesse, I implore you.
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
哦，好方便哦。
Nice. Ever consider becoming a burglar? Skill like that'd come in awful handy.
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be
太没
terrible.
挑战了，
Come.
想偷就偷啊！他连包包都可以化成烟一起进去了。
He here? Sense him?
No, he's not here, but he was here recently. His scent is still strong.
Let's look around.
哇，好难吃啊！杯子蛋糕。对啊，全
Old
脸的。
toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
怎么会这么难吃啊？强制退租，没有缴房租。不是那个吸血鬼不是很有钱吗？为什么没缴房租？还是他的房客？
Somebody fixed this recently.
他是房东。
No dust mark. Somebody moved this here recently. Nice little trinket.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Sometimes I think I might end up like one of these toys.
This is no time for idle chatter. We must find them.
Attic, let's go.
哎，
So this is his nest. Need to look around.
长得有点像叶娜法这个脸，长像我老婆啊。
Detlef van der Eretane, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your weakness for the wench they call Renawed. Now you know this. We shall chain her down and let rats feed on her. We shall flay the skin from her flesh. Yet you can save her. You need but travel to Beauclair, where you shall slay 5 men in the manner we prescribe. You must complete the killing in 3 days. Fail, and the next letter you receive will contain a memento of your failure. Your beloved's finger.
There you have it. Proof positive Detlef killed not of his own accord. A blackmailer sunk his claws into him.
原来他老婆被人家抓走了。
Any idea what it could be? Detlef have any enemies?
Indeed, Detlef gains foes occasionally, but they never live long.
One might have managed to evade him.
Possible in theory, but I know of none. It would have to be someone devilishly dangerous. As you well know, having faced Detlef yourself.
Whoever it is someone new.
Who's Renawed?
His one-time lover. The sole human woman with whom he was very close. Because she accepted him. With her aid and care, he found a place for himself in this hostile world. She began the work that I strive to continue.
Ever meet her?
Never had the pleasure, alas. She deserted him a time before he came round to save me, though he always claimed she'd gone missing.
Why do you think that? Any signs or clues to that effect?
None to be found. Apparently she disappeared one day. Her belongings disappeared with her. Not a scenario one associates with kidnapping. In my humble opinion, she left on her own. Scared off perhaps by a bout of Detlef's rage that revealed his other, more monstrous side.
Detlef have trouble letting go, accepting that she'd left him?
Is that so hard to believe? Do you know no humans who've struggled with just such a thing? And Detlef is so much more emotional than most humans. Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Detlef ever try to find her? I mean, if she was that important. Higher vampires have their ways, all kinds. Should have been easy as pie for him.
Geralt, as you rightly noted, we are vampires, not miracle workers. He searched for months on end before giving up. Clearly Renawed knew him all too well. Enough to cover her tracks, leave no way for him to find out.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more.
又是女人。
Woman's likeness. Bit smudged. That Renowed?
I don't know. As I said, I never met her.
Reminds me of someone.
Who?
Not sure. Can't help feeling I've seen that face before, though.
是吗？不会又是你认识的吧？我感觉杰洛特一直在装熟啊。
Somebody fixed this
他怎么每
recently.
个你都认识啊？
Tools were used recently. Detloff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune.
Indeed. I'm not certain why, but it reminds me of home. Our true home from before the conjunction of spheres.
Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Detloff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in...
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either. Especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely.
他为什么不自己杀就好？他如果是
Just
吸
a
血鬼，
hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlaff's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazari ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlaff's innocence, clearly.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renowed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Detlaff.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlaff? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No, he'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlaff and I both.
好，终于有一点进度了，可没道理啊！如果凶手真的是一个吸血鬼，干嘛找迪拉夫啊？他想杀人，根本就没有人逃得过啊！
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Dreadful.
杰洛特来过，他们可以闻出是不是待在现场，像刚刚那个雷吉斯不就闻得出来吗？曾经来过跟在现场，他们分得出来啊。不过听说杰洛特很臭啊，所以也许不需要吸血鬼闻得出来啊。
Long live Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
好几年没洗澡应该不至于啊，但好几天、好几个礼拜有可能。
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
事情很复杂啊。
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you
好啊，女
returned
王。
with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic
靠一张
and
嘴，
drive
这
a
些人。
stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The
不尊
Witcher
重
need
专
not
业的
tell us where to
这些人。
find this monster.
好，去死一死啊！都去死一死啊！
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
减
To
轻
a
人口
lone
压力。
Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100? Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guards' men in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
刚才说是吸
Creatures
血
like
鬼，
this
女
one.
王金鱼脑。
Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different, unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catechans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a
跟他
witcher
泡
to
茶
kill
聊
a
天
monster.
不好吗？
Instead, he wishes to chat with
高
it.
阶吸血鬼不是
Know
都
what
有
I'm
自己的
doing?
城堡？不一
His
定
lover
吧？
was kidnapped. He's being
那
blackmailed.
是有钱的高阶吸血鬼吧？
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as
啊，就
quickly
杀不
as
死
possible.
咩？这个女王问题很多呢，啊，就杀不死。
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
沟
No
通
one else
沟
should
通障碍
die.
啊。
That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being
啊，
swayed.
这样就说动了。
You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper.
很突然。
Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
这也太扯了吧！现实生活真的认得出来吗？
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Sarre too. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint-Réal, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Revello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint-Réal was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
简单来讲，王室里面可能有犯人啊。
Saint-Réal. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint-Réal, it is Saint-Réal. We must ride to Castel Revello at once. Discover what has happened.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something. But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain,
他也要跟我们一起来啊。
We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to gossip. For the duration of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace.
好的，安娜。
Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
不是右边那个骑着一匹战马出门，这也太明显了吧？不是很可疑吗？哦，虽然杰洛特马也很可疑啊。
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure, but he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Hmm? 他们不聊天了，难得哎，通常都会一路聊到那个定点。
Panthers have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Back, you beast!
Be gone!
来了，兄弟。
Save her! Back you, please! Be gone!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
They were fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
豪森特的黑豹，数量真是很夸张哎，多得很离谱啊。
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
一直聊，终于啊，聊比较多了。这游戏角色话是很多的。
Slow now. Whoa.
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can
Wait,
see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
Came to see you. Got some questions.
In this land, it is seen as polite to introduce oneself before asking any questions.
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. He has come to Toussaint on my personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost
哎呀，
respect.
有女王照，真的好快乐哦！
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that,
每
witcher?
个讲话嚣张的都要跟我
Fabrizio
道
will be
歉了，
delighted to answer your every question.
懂了吗
Want？to
傻
talk
逼
about
秀，
Sonreal.
I am at your service.
This Sonreal. How many vineyard workers have access to it?
One might say only I do.
Not like you make the wine all alone. At least a dozen others work here.
I see you've little notion how wine is made. Grapes travel a long road before they become Sonreal. The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. I see to the maceration personally and let no one near the fat. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but then I seal the aging barrels myself, each and every one. The wine lies in the cellar, gains character. Once this process is complete, it becomes
好，
Sonreal.
所以你的嫌疑最大了，
And
兄弟。
as it happens, only I have the key to the cellar in question.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things.
哪有？
Either you lie to our face, or
女王在
you
骗
are
欸
an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers. Remind me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
哎、他搞不好是好人呢，你怎么这样啊？
We shall wait here, Master Fabricio.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
他就这么不想承认，可能是他们王室内部出问题吗？
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
我还要点账是不是？
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the
1269
1269 vintage. Let's find it.
哎、其实我很好奇，那些喜欢喝酒的人，他们喝到的酒的味道到底是怎样？冬之冬，哎、我是不是有冬之冬的酒？之前在解那个支线，乱喝一通的，好像就是冬之冬啊。圣之冬葡萄酒。 让我看一下是不是冬之冬啊？对啊，就这个啊，冬之冬红酒啊，完蛋了，我是不是要被砍头了？我要被砍头嘞！地上捡到的、啊，不能怪我吧
Ervelus. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
酒这么难喝，这样就没什么好喝的酒了。有了，冬之冬。
Est est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
啊，不对，我要的不是冬之冬啊，抱歉，看一看弄错了。
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
安娜也认识丹德里恩啊？啊？
Got Pomino over here.
那波米诺女王就没有意见要发表吗？烂酒。有了啊，不对，1268。
Sonreal. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite
发
the
表
right
不出
year.
改，那酒太难喝了。有了，
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full. This one's full too.
This one is full.
This one's full too.
Dun, dun, dun.
Full. This one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanrial? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall
哇，
open
太
one
麻
by
烦了
one
吧！
and taste.
Ready. We can start.
一桶一桶喝啊！
Ready.
Step aside.
如何？
So,
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal.
哇，这么多桶要喝哎，要吃到什么时候？喝到饱。他是王家，他本来就能喝到饱啊。这其实就是他的酒啊。
Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not
抓到。
wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel. The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio, let's see what he has to say about it.
出事了，法必修，头要掉下来了。
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
I admit it.
哎呦，
I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
你还真的乱搞啊，
Why did you do
兄弟！
I couldn't resist. The
本来
sum
想
they
大声
offered
驳
it
斥啊，
was enormous.
钱真的太多了
I。gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For
贪心
here, nothing is truly
对
mine.
对他一好
I
就开始
feel
搞
roof
鬼。
over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own?
头要落
I
地喽，
shall
兄
tell you
弟！
everything if you agree to show me mercy.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired,
辛
and
特拉来的
spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Cintrin aristocrat at court.
Wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men, the kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, A few days passed. A messenger arrived.
好，跟过
He
去就
said
好了。
they wish to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime.
叛国罪
High treason the charge.
啊，不就死定了？叛国罪死定了。
What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
OK，
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
We will set out now. Position ourselves before you arrive. You take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
可是辛特拉都被灭国了，怎么还有贵族啊？他们不是被屠城了吗？
Relax. Now we wait.
Our favorite vintner.
哪一个贵族是哪一个？
It's not him.
跑不掉喽！哇，竟然有队友，好开心呐、怎么输？有队友怎么输？要输了！他们有这么多人、好，最后一个，这个就是那贵族吧？霍尼，不是你们把人杀光，要怎么画？
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Wait, she here?
I hope you did not think I would leave this to you alone, especially when every hour could prove essential. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions. Captain, do the honors.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
哎呀，嘴巴很臭
Once
哦。
again, who sent you?
Your nun's lover. They call him.
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What?
哦你会怕是不是？
Quick, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming.
哎呦
Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Ought to be worried about me right
对啊，
now.
你不讲，现在就死
Who
了。
is he?
Go on, man. Spit it out.
The Cintrian. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were
好烂的
working
名
for
字
the
哦，就叫
Cintrian.
辛特拉人。
I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
疯狂主线。
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Cintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Cintrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Cintrian does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
你在这么短的时间内发生这么多事情啊
Don't care. Down to business. You learn anything?
I will start at the beginning. The port warehouse where the wine was delivered. We identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand. A waitress recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
Say.
I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted. Fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
The Mandragora? What's that?
A club, an affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude mystique, consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and
又要戴
flirt.
面具。
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I. In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
不是耶
Where's the，
安
event
娜一
to
直
be
在
held?
制造跟杰洛特
Mandragora always
独处的
assembles
机
at
会
the
呢。
same place. A residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district.
讲到像是办公
Geralt,
室一
you
样
must don，
但其
appropriate
实不是
attire.
啊。
Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
假公济私，这个女王。可是我们杰洛特已经有2个老婆了。
I should double the patrols, just in case.
穿上适合的哦，可是每次参加晚宴的衣服我都卖掉了。哇，适合的衣服是哪鬼？又要买新衣服。
Better to die of drink than of boredom.
Is that not this girl with the price on his? It's him! Get him!
Cut off his escape!
He's magic.
为什么这个杂鱼会有名字啊？
Shut up and fight.
兄弟，我来帮你啊！
Why did you have to go and do that?
为什么这个手要攻击我？哇！我那些是悬赏的，没杀，走了就去耍白痴。我刚刚在帮他呢，他还打我，你什么情况？悬赏令画的不错啊。
Keep calm. Start no pros.
Know how to whistle? Just put your lips together and blow.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oof, dreadful.
A return to traditional values and
啊，终于到了。
for Toussaint's problems, not
这边有衣服吗？哦，这个啊，也不是。
Ah, welcome back to our northern dandy.
All jests aside, let me see.
I'm more.
包克兰，这样可以吧？这样，狼面具。
Thank.
Ever your servant, sir.
Eh. 灵魂骇客浓太多了，载下来该过去，什么意思？浓太多，档案会出问题是吗？安娜，
Late. Why does that not surprise me?
安娜人呢？哎，有天灯哎，后面。
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. My, Geralt. Not bad at all. And you've even a
买
mask.
错面具了。
Just not the kind required. They're a little different, the ones Mandragora
你早
members
说
wear.
哦，你早说。
I've brought you one. Put it on.
不是，刚就没有卖这个面具。
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious. The truth is far simpler. This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Let's go. Soiree's started.
兰陵王峰是不是？
Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
吃了太多敏捷。哦，你不想要那个存档是不是？
How do we find this intrigue?
原来如此
Have you a，
回
plan?
到过去了。
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you
我还
are.
不小心杀了
We
一
must
个你的
proceed
警
with
卫。
caution. Come.
抱歉，安
It's
娜
our。turn.
750比99
Madame,
先动。
Monsieur, an
有这种事情。
extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of
3个。
artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Bellont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond.
哈，没了，结束
Sadly,
了。
Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame.
来第二个，我猜丹德里恩。
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
童话故事啊，差个100就稳了。他有那种随机的，还有这种事情。
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Bellant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
还破音。
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize
好。
her easily by the orchid.
好的，谢谢你。
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
The residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress, there on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Centrian.
参加娱乐，一定要参加这个娱乐活动呢、哎，我觉得十之星玩到目前，我觉得十之星比血与酒好哎。十之星还有一些特殊的演出，这个都没有。
Do you feel taking a bath?
全破一轮才100啊！你这么浓是不是？破 N 轮了。
Go on, Geralt, be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs.
我也可以成为艺术家吗？
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you and modern art?
哎呦，我是艺术家。
Verdant as a field of vines.
Good to see you, Geralt.
它怎么就一个颜色？ 哦，这样子哦啊，有没有第3种颜色？
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and grab a different array.
蓝色跟黄色。
Yellow. Why every yellow?
It's obvious. Represents transgression.
释放心中的气息，艺术气息。这个跟艺术气息有什么关系？
I got it! It's the Sorator! It's not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation
还
of
不能丢那个人，太不自由了。这自由度太低了。
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
Should you tire? Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
是不是在胡
Oh
乱啊？
yes, that's him all right. Good versus
这个你看得出意义
the
啊？
dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
这个你看得出意义啊？喇叭嘴。
This painting, it's very...
Absinthe. The preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
打那个7弹大作战呢、
A true talent
而且还不能丢人。
Do you fear taking a bath?
这个游戏有 bug， 不能丢人。
The other one. His brother.
This is definitely done. Let's go. Your boards, as you've
这
made
边是干嘛？是在干嘛？
It's a metaphor for the constant struggle for power and influence.
默剧哦。
What else would they think of? If they can't agree, they will cut the line.
我看不太懂他在演什么。哦！我刚刚那个角度，他竟然能站着，不简单啊，兄弟。我可以参加吗？我要怎么参加啊？
Greetings, Witcher.
我想参加这个默剧表演。
Good to see you, Geralt.
想你要穿模了，模那是一定会穿的。哎，他这个有一个黄圈圈，代表我能参加。啊，有了有了。哎呦，哎，这两个，你穿过女王了，没无礼之徒，整个穿过女王陛下了。
Stipend.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
这个，卡勒斯蒂大师。哦，哎呦，海豚哎！
Ah, how beautiful.
我这个大师有料哎！
The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
哇，还可以跳过去哎！师傅，收我做徒弟吧！我要学那招。
About to burst from a surfeit of
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Fine. Let's give it a try.
Never suspected you believed in such things.
这个天灯就这样自己突然飞上去了。这个活动太少了啦，跟十之星的比太没有诚意了。他平息猎人，上面不是应该要写愿望吗？
Because the right cuff seems somewhat tired to me.
好，头发插着兰花的女人，哪里？是你吗？
Blah, blah, blah. Avant-garde, schmavant-garde. It's all about two things. Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism, but pretentious.
昏愚的兽魔猎人，他嘴我是不是？
So much
还
time
背
I
剧本
spent。polishing that one-man play, and
好，是你吗，小姐？
I wish you health, glory, honor.
do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
咻咻。
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak, but for love's sake, do not move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I know the style, the stroke. This is Dorian Velez.
The gracious lady has heard of me?
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait.
安娜被他画过啊。
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learned I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact.
讲话小心点，讲错话被砍头的。
Illustrious Highness with such a proposition. I've always longed to paint her such.
面具带心酸，他被安娜认出来了。
You may still get your chance.
安娜也有个想裸体的梦啊。
We came here to meet you specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian noble. Ah! You must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd.
完蛋
I，
那怎么
caught
认
it,？ But I did see the nobleman.
Really like to talk to him. What did he look like?
Like many here. Tall, dark, masked.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift. A heart-shaped box. Then they
心形的盒
strolled
子。
off together
好，
towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
This painting, it's rather... It's very...
噔噔噔噔，
Ignoramus.
有了，
Someone left their loot behind.
根本
Looks
就
a
是
little
丹
like
德里恩的。
dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
好，这些食物不能浪费啊，
Put your own
全部都要拿走。
first.
Bit of Vistech. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Irrelevant to the work's ultimate meaning.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
跟着空气走。他是喝醉了吗？为什么他的移动路线左右摇摆啊？真的耶，他移动路线是左左右右，
Even,
喝
because
太
the
醉了
right
吧？
cuff seems somewhat higher to me.
It's fine. Relax.
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your
完
Grace,
蛋，被认
I'd
出
not
来。
mistake you for anyone.
Shh! Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
Yes, Your Grace. How may I serve?
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Tall, broad-shouldered, a black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of sorts.
That must be him. We must get to the dressing room, quickly.
会不会看
Yes,
到
Your
一些
Grace.
色色的画面
I'll
啊？
take you.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you
被
stop.
认出来是情绪的一部分。
Understood.
也是啊，我觉得戴这个面具，你真的认识的人，怎么可能认不出来？
Quickly, upstairs.
怎么可能？我就不懂。我的家人如果戴这种面具，我一定一看就知道啊。
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soiree to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue.
我们不
I
该
shall
分
fetch
开
help.。
让别人假装不认识你，和 persona 可能还不够啊，还不够怪啊。
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
认识你的人就会说发什么神经病啊？你在干嘛？搞不好还把你本名整个念出来了，场面就变得更尴尬了。
Bloody handprint. It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too.
门有这么好拆哦？
Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil.
好，踩到土。
Must have climbed this ladder. Could still be here. Need to stay alert.
辛特拉之奶。
Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Bloodstains. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Links at a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Links at a snapped chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for. Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
Oh?
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
说要跳出去找他。
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting, looks like. Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably. Jewel was in the box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
来自俄国的革命家，他是背锅侠，是不是？从逆转裁判背到这。
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurions killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything in full detail.
你又知道了什么？哎，我觉得《血与酒》的剧情好怪啊，我觉得整个有点莫名其妙啊。
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can take
他被
care
攻
of
击，为什么
myself,
这个
I
活动还可以
assure
正
you.
常举
A
行？
hairpin might look like mere ornament, but plunged into an eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Claim the man was trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes. He stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint.
酒杯可以威慑
Oriana, how
他，
did you ever come to have
看
it?
他有没有流汗呢、
I bought
抓他
it
小动作
many years ago from a young woman.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
乌龟。
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse
我
me.
有个问题，那个辛特拉人到底死了没？他不是掉出去了？
Oriana.
很怪，我觉得这个女的很
Few
怪。
make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether.
怎么得到这个结论的，杰洛特？我不懂哎。他飞那么多近，
My
那不
sister,
直接找人暗杀他？
Siana might be among the schemers. She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
那为什么他要偷酒？
Think your sister might be
偷去
involved?
喝？
Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much. The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her.
Oh, 原来是这样。
She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift, at a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl. Someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right. What did your sister do to get banished?
Siana was cursed.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
No. She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true? Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized.
这个是不是跟影集里面那个女的一样？
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother. Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric
他杀了
mourns
自
to
己
this
弟弟
day.
然后为他弟弟哀悼，在
In
哭
the
是不
end,
是
they？ forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since. Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Dun Tyne, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise! I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend, Detlef van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our
竟然在
combined
这里看到
resources
迪
to
拉
the
夫
witch's
哎！
hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for...
女王只要眼前有2个吸血鬼吗？
Literally. Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could
恶
satisfy
兽就是
my
迪拉夫啊，
curiosity.
哭啊！
What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only 2 options, to kill or be killed?
Despite what you might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice. When loved ones are at risk and require
你刚刚
protection.
讲的这么明吗，迪拉夫？
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this? It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the Witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith. An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher, and the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detloff here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detloff believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore. That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renna.
Oriana, she really your friend? Can she be trusted?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long. But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
Mm-hmm. Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renna must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detloff, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detloff here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detloff. Good luck, my friend.
哪一次不是自己去的？有差吗？
Splendidly, Detlaff. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to 2 exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish this.
结果你不喝就要走了，
Duty
太
calls.
无情了，安娜，
Your
太无
Grace,
情了。
always a pleasure.
I thank you for your
人家
help.
挑了这么
It's
久
been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
那迪拉夫其实很帅哎，他为什么雷吉斯长那样？
You have exceptional
明明都是
friends.
吸血鬼。
This Detlaff, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've
聊
a
太
good
久不
sense
爽
of
喝，
the
有
true
可能。
nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
也太准了吧！神棍哎，安娜。
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain
我
you
竟
know
然
what
知道阿
you
尼
are
打
to
什
do.
么，因为挖台一就后
I've
哎。
decided my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix Mill. It stands along the Saône-Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
好，进攻城堡。 我必须说，他这个主线的演出真的好无聊啊！怎么会这样？人家十之心就很酷，那个恶魔还从天空上走下来，然后婚礼还有一堆小游戏可以玩，这什么都没有，靠迪拉夫的帅脸在撑。
What do you have on offer? Farewell.
Good luck.
恶魔起来打昆特牌没有？恶魔化身为昆特牌啊！化自身为昆特牌。Greetings。结果他在游戏里面设定这么屌啊，然后伤害只有2点而已啊，攻击力只有2，可怜。黑暗游戏，他还真的是玩黑暗游戏，他跟杰洛特玩了一场黑暗游戏啊，然后被杰洛特无情的打败了。
Farewell.
Good.
太遗憾了，没想到巫师的世界也有决斗者啊，也有游戏王。只能说很棒，十之心真的蛮棒的。它里面的角色记忆点也都蛮强的。太老实，没有他先作弊哦，他一直作弊，只是最后敌不过我们杰洛特的智慧啊。我看一下他叫什么名字来着？这个冈特欧迪姆，这个就是那个恶魔啊，这样应该不算暴雷吧？那十之心一开始就有说他有问题。我觉得整个十之心的角色设计都很不错像里面的这个伊弗瑞克也是啊，不死之身啊。不过他弟比较讨喜他弟一直在讲干话，然后整天想要跟女人上床，最后还是输给我们杰洛特了。成功上床是杰洛特，太遗憾了。长得人模人样的，你说这个吗？他讲话还蛮讨厌的，其实。重点是他那个脸啊，他要把那个凡人的感觉营造出来，这点很不错啊。我觉得十之心最可惜的应该是最后一段吧，就去找那个伊弗瑞克，他好像说一直在爆雷啊，哭啊！你们有要玩这个游戏吗？没有，我才可以讲啊。没有是不是？反正我觉得最可惜的是伊弗瑞克那个老婆，他去找那朵花，当初他跟他老婆分手送那朵花。那边处理的就不是很好啊。
Move it.
我觉得他分太多段了。他如果段落少一点，然后每一段长一点，我觉得会更好。然后中间再夹杂那个战斗，我也觉得就是因为太多段，战斗也太多，有点无聊啊。那个情绪不连贯啊。 还有那个，还有分歧点。他还偷那个什么？他去那个银行在偷东西。
Let's go。
算遗嘱吗？要偷一个遗嘱之类的东西。那段也很不错啊，还有特别的那个动画，你要去打手。
No guardsmen yet.
啊，也不是要打手，你要去找伙伴，然后入侵那个金库。那段也蛮酷的。至少血与酒到现在没有任何支线，然后跟主线的段落让我觉得有做到实之心量啊。目前啊，后面可能会有吧，毕竟当初得奖的是血与酒啊，不是实之心啊。
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
See, you already prepared a plan. Walk me through it.
We have two objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the men who blackmailed the vampire. Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight.
啊，我想起来唐太恩是什么了。我刚才在跑地图的时候跑到
here through the main gate, then secure the area in front of the keep by storm.
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. They are no army, but they could number several dozen. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries. About them, we know very little.
Cintrian's men, gotta be. Ran into a few in town. They tried to kill me. Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk. But I sense you will handle it well. Let us go.
好，我建议是正面进攻就是了，比较快。
So it begins.
Quick! We grab Roderick's horses and we bolt.
We won't vault far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
Hello. 安安，怎么又有弓箭手？ 哇，好痛好痛好痛！哇！哇，跳戳哎！那个拿枪的很危，那个拿枪的很危险。
Roderick sent them to get the horses. He's looking to flee. Can't let him.
I see no ducals along the road.
They must not be guarding it.
Bloody bots! What was that?
Load those crates on the wagon! Hurry with those crates! But be careful if you drop any!
Someone's here. They've breached the back wall. Come on!
I shall show you, rogue!
哎哎，什么情况？有重攻击，为什么我的重攻击又坏掉了？
Shit.
是我重攻击坏掉了，破不了他的盾，哎，杀！
Mercy! Mercy! I did no wrong!
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they?
I knew... Shouldn't have let them under my roof.
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What? What do you mean? I know nothing about a hostage. Must be the handiwork of my guests.
Where are they now?
In the keep, ready in their escape.
There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course. She convinced me to let them in.
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where is she?
Packing. We were to leave together, and old
被
fool.
骗了，被那个女
I'd
人
have done anything for her.
Where is she? In the keep too?
Yes. Her chamber is in the tower, the top floor. What will become of me?
帮你啦，兄弟。
Here, press it against the wound. Should staunch the bleeding.
I thank you.
去牢里好好忏悔吧，跟那个卖酒的一样啊。
What is happening? Here's one! Kill the shitleister! You will die, you little stronza! Arrows! Bring us arrows! Not let them die! I will tear you to
特别大只哎，转起来！
You will die, you little stronza!
不要打！啊，他的名字叫做牛。
Giving you one last chance. Yield.
The dead harlot got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
谁？哇！你们两个竟然跑来帮我！
Need to get into the keep.
They shall pay for everything.
我是觉得慢了那么一点啊，我人都基本上杀光了，你们才来啊！哎，对，还卡在我面前是怎样？哎呀，我还看一下他们的战斗力好了。哇！我一下一只哎！ 好猛啊！啊，精彩！太强了吧！加油，兄弟们，加油！就不出手了。哇！他刚想偷砍我。 刚迪拉克想偷砍我，好帅啊！吸血鬼怎么输？你看，我就说吸血鬼怎么输。好，我想干嘛？我现在不是我想要干嘛？他们都瞬间移动，高阶吸血鬼就是不一样，尊爵不凡。 最上面，他应该要触发剧情吧，要不然就是要让我进不了这个门啊。哎，对，
Wasn't expecting to see you two here.
左边触发不了，一定要右边。
So, Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then.
Oh, 吸血鬼也是会累的。
Renna. Are you hurt? If any of them.
所以雷娜就是安娜的姐姐了。
I just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to.
所以他根本就没有人威胁过
They
他。
threatened to kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
他只在利用这个吸血鬼啊。 你被骗了，她是个坏女
Now we
人。
need only find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her. Time is short.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
你就是吉安娜。
Stop playing dumb. I know everything. Your plan, that this was part of it.
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend,
please, you must listen to what Geralt has to say.
他是同个人。
Rena's not her real name. This is Siana, and Siana is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What nonsense is this?
坏女人，又一个坏女人。
Siana was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently, moved into Duntine, and ran a Vandergild out of here. Sent a man called the Cintrian to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Cintrian led us to her. Caught him later stealing a jewel Siana had gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dedloff. She used you.
啊，迪拉夫不是迪拉克，我讲错了。给他死！
Will come to Teshumudna and explain all. If you do not, I will raise Beauclair to the ground. This
关包克兰屁事啊！等一
you
下
3 days.
啊！
I shall be waiting.
包克兰的人也太衰了吧
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Detlef like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the city. He's more than capable of it.
不是包克兰的人是惹到谁了？就因为一个坏女人伤了他的心，他就要让整个城市人陪葬了。啊！吸血鬼逻辑是不是也怪怪的？
Seems you've got some last scraps of honor left.
It's the least I can do.
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Siana, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into?
So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You feel resentment. I understand. But I
好，这对
promise,
姐妹过去
promise
又
we
怎
shall
么了
work？ through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Siana to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
要不要一次讲清楚啊？安娜，你要不要解释一
And
下
you, Witcher,
你们怎么了
you？ have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time. Roderick of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
他又是叛国罪，怎么每个都叛国罪？
Roderick got duped and used, just like the vampire.
Apropos, were you able to establish who kidnapped his beloved?
We've discovered Siana blackmailed the vampire, ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover, staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Siana's. She was behind it.
工具鬼。
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Detlef.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire.
对。
Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire?
自己举手吧，兄弟。
Where is he now?
Waiting for Sienna. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Sienna and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
到底是什么情况啊？这游戏。安娜好不容易，我觉得恢复一点理智了，阿九现在又突然踢笑了。
Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially not threats.
Yes, well, even I must admit Detlef's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even. Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
What can I say? It happens at times. Especially likely to when the monster I'm chasing can turn into fog.
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
It depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
Your Grace, the population demands she be punished. Sienna's committed terrible crimes. Spilt so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours. I repeat for the last time. Sienna is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister. We are bound by blood and by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison, pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Sienna is hidden away in a safe place. She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire. Which, to judge by your means, has not yet come to pass.
Did what we could, but...
My patience is at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Detlef?
到底是怎样啊？什么情况啊？一点道理都没有啊！好啊，没差啊。
We're working to find that out, Your Grace.
Do you take me for a fool?
I wouldn't dare.
I care not one whit what you have worked on, are working on, or shall work on. I'm interested in results, which thus far have been nil. At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works? The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the battue to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing down. I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
要不然派你的猎犬去找嘛。
Then perhaps Your Grace should have sent a beagle instead of a witcher after the
嘴他，
vampire.
快点！来啊，有种开战啊！
You tread on thin ice, Witcher.
大不了换我灭了包克兰嘛。
Wisdom demands
在迪拉
you
夫
choose your
在迪拉
words
夫
more
做这件事
cautiously.
情之前，我先来
But
做
to the
嘛。
matter at hand. Have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Sienna tricked Detlef, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile.
这个讲过
We
了，
have
这个讲过
reason to
了。
believe that
Your Grace! Vampires!
然后迪亚夫进攻了，是不是？
Vampires! They've
来
attacked the city!
安娜，你自己处
Give them
理
the。Latour defense to square
我先下班了。
landing, but
不是很厉害，
so
叫你的
many
猎犬
lives
处理啊。
lost.
狗一定是对的，没有错，叫他的狗处理啊，不关我的事啊。我要回我的庄园去度过下半辈子了。哎，恭喜，嘴巴继续抽。
If it's war this Detlef wants,
明明就是你想开战。
Geralt get to work.
是你想
This time I'll
开
have no
战
excuses.
哇
Palmer and you.
Get her out of here.
直接来了，全部都空降。这吸血鬼是空降部队。这排这样看戏大队是不是？快上啊！现在干嘛？女王付我的钱没有要解决这个吸血鬼。很好，很好，很好，打他们，打他们！整排都是看戏怪物。长太丑，他没有漂亮的画面。他现在战斗状态比较丑啊，他脱离战斗状态就变正妹了。看我们迪拉夫本人多帅，进战斗状态也是丑人一个。不要再躲了，吸血鬼女！一跳真超白痴。他们死掉可以捡啊！早说。
Siana failed to appear as summoned, and there, Detlef was not making idle threats.
Seems not. Need to make some serious plans of our own now. It's gone too far, damn it. Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Detlef out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I put it? Do forgive me that I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Detlef out, force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Detlef's demand and liberate his beloved Siana.
啊，我要选吗？不会吧？
Think Detlef still believes Siana's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that, he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to Detlef? Refuse to accept you consider that wise.
It's hard to believe, I know. But Detlef is not actually evil, merely
他
impulsive.
不会，他只想杀掉整个城市的
He
人
needs but meet with her, speak with her, and he will spare the city.
So say I agree to this, 'cause I might. Still no chance Anna Henrietta will.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour, ends in a fight? Willing to guarantee Sienna won't get hurt?
It seems unlikely in the extreme that...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any harm.
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Sienna's being held. You heard the Duchess. She's not at the prison.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her.
又是我找。
You must really decide you wish to.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats
吸
him
血
like a
鬼不是嗅
lapdog.
觉很好
Keeps
吗
him close most times. He might know something more.
There, you see? I knew you'd think of something. Bravo. I trust I've dispelled your doubts then.
Not so fast. We're not done talking. How would I go about luring Detloff out of hiding if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen, one of the unseen,
用他头顶的毛发誓
ancient
啊！
powerful vampires, among the oldest and strongest.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory.
暗
All
影长
vampires
者，
owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place, and Detlaff will be forced to appear.
So this unseen elder, how do we convince him to summon Detloff?
We must find him first.
又
The
要
elder
找，
does
什
not
么
see
都要找
arrivals。 unless he absolutely must. But locals, Oriana, for instance, you know, she too is a...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder. What
没有
then?
理。
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
剧情大概啥鬼？
So I'm basically stuck. Either gotta give in to a blackmailer or fight him.
You know what I would opt for. Should we free Sienna and arrange for her to meet with Detlaff, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal. Detlaff included.
Regis, don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Detloff. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand
哦，
in your
他
way.
站在我这里耶，不愧是我老朋
Certainly
友
hope。so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to do?
我建议啊，我如果选第一个，会不会就看不到那什么暗影长者啦？听起来很强很想跟他打一架，杀进去再说，是不是？考虑，应该就是跳出去啊，然后你要再跟他对话一次啊。存档单挑，等一下，要不然这样，我先考虑
No
考虑
idea.
我先存
Need
档
to。think.
Not an easy choice. Understood. Permit me to leave you to wrestle with this dilemma. I'm needed in the city. I cannot stop what is happening, but I can try to limit the number of victims. Once you've decided and learned something, perhaps, whisper a word to the ravens. I shall find you.
盯着暗影长者的头去找人，太狠了。暗影长者搞不好是个好人呢、虽然我刚刚也说迪亚夫可能是个好人，他就把包克兰给痛扁一顿了。好啦，我先去找席安娜吧，感觉这应该是比较好的结局啊。到最后一定是安娜在搞鬼啊，因为席安娜跟安娜她们姐妹有心结啊。可能席安娜也不像安娜说的这么坏啊。女人啊，女人说的话，千万不能尽信啊，那些都是坏女人啊。我可不像迪拉夫这么好骗。 噔噔噔噔噔噔噔。先练到99等，安稳了。哎呦，有点难呢。哎呦！你也想起舞吗？来，看谁先倒。这个太菜啊，打不赢战斗陀螺啊！好，我还有2点要点什么？走在王城的感觉，其实蛮像的。我觉得这个场景设计还蛮帅的。可是战斗头太强了，没有什么危机感。转一圈就搞定了。哎，对。小妹妹，快跑！小妹妹。来了，杰洛特来救你们了。你是好人吗？看起来不太像啊。那看起来不太像啊，只能送他下去了。
Claws slice through steel like through butter. They broke formation, ran.
OK. 哦！哎，我帮你灭火，王伯帮灭火。太惨了吧！直接烧死！没有看到，没有啊！你不能这样讲，是我的刀，我的刀只砍坏人。如果我砍到你，代表你是坏人。我的刀会自动避开好人。隐身偷抓哎！不要再跳了！带 bug。拜年。 大家一直跳，其实不强啊，但就是你很难一直。哎呦哎呦，等一下，我开玩笑的。怎么了？怎么了？不要吸我血，哭啊！该再回血。第一次看他用这招。吸血鬼猎人，没有错啊，我吸血鬼猎人啊。隐身，其实隐身还是看得到，他最烦的就是你砍一刀他就离开了，你很难造成有效伤害啊。不过没关系，正义是站在杰洛特这里的。
Must be in the bank. Barricaded themselves inside.
这种大只的比较好打，就一直转就好了。漂亮，痛扁。
You killed it, single-handedly. That harlot's brood slaughtered half my unit.
See, it came damn close to slaughtering you as well. Need to withdraw, you and your men.
快滚，交给专业的。
Lies with the city.
Won't help this city by leading your men to the slaughter. Damien, conversation back at the palace, remember? I'll say it again. Your men don't stand a chance.
终于，戴米恩终于相信我说的话了。刚刚还很秋，1个多小时前还很秋，说他们可以解决吸血鬼。
Men, tend to the wounded and prepare to march out.
Doing the right thing. Now listen close. Silver. That's what you want to use against vampires. Your alchemists, order them to produce as much vampire oil as they can. Churn it out in gallons. Then coat your blades with it. Keep an eye out for Alps and Bruxae. The shapely ones resemble women. There one moment, gone the next. Bombs containing silver splinters are a pretty good idea.
Thank you, Witcher.
我是不是应该带炸弹？
You're worth a coin the Duchess pledged you. And that you'll return
吸血
with the
鬼
head of the wretch that did
吸
this.
血鬼油就是
Skewer
可以涂
on
在
a
剑
hook.
上，打吸血鬼比较痛。交给我，兄弟。
Your problem's my problem now. Leave it to me. I'll solve it.
How?
我等下涂一下啊。
All I can say just now is I'm gonna need Siana.
You know the Duchess's decision.
用吸血鬼制，其实也算是用吸血鬼制造理由。你要先打死吸血鬼，然后拿到他那个细胞，才能做。
You've that luxury. I do not. I've sworn my loyalty to Her Grace.
Folk are dying. Many more will, because of one.
If Her Grace
吸血鬼风味油
my head will roll.
And mine will come right after.
哎，怎么听起来像
Still
香
willing
水
to
啊？
take the risk. See, I'm wasting my time here.
Wait. When last I saw Siana, Her Grace was escorting her to the palace playroom.
Playroom? As in, for children? You sure?
I've served in the ducal palace for years. I know its every corner. So yes, I am damn sure.
Playroom? So what? Duchess locked Siana up in a
Playroom.
dollhouse?
Honestly, I've
欧迪在想什么色色的事情？
Look, I've told you what I saw. What you do with it is no concern of mine.
Got it. I'll look
本
into
产
it.
品吸血鬼成分小于
Get back to
10%，
your
黑
barracks.
心公司。
Retrace my steps. Path ought to be clear.
我今天喝的香吉士可是有15%原那个果汁的啊。
Gotta signal Regis. Have him join me.
然后涂个吸血鬼油，哪一个啊？高等吸血鬼油，应该有吧？有了。要不要嗑个药啊？有什么药可以嗑啊？ 他刚叫我刻什么黑血啊？药真太多了，我不知道哪个是哪个。这个吧，45秒而已，太少了。除了柠檬都是邪教，欧力这么讲究是不是？
Tell Regis to meet me in the palace. We need to get to the playroom.
Playroom, OK. 选0%的哦，所以你喜欢的是香料型的。我觉得是不是香料都没差，因为那种东西本来就是喝开心的。要健康的话，还是直接吃水果吧。不过台湾的水果也没多健康，都太甜了。 告诉雷杰斯 Play One， 好色哦，欧力真的好色啊！他刚刚说炸弹对不对？我什么炸弹是可以拿来炸吸血鬼的？阻止变形，好像有现身的吧？我记得让敌人现身的。好，没有，我的错。 盲目点燃不错哦。无视护甲，燃烧，冰冻好了。哦，就是这个啦，我带在身上的、反魔法金属炸弹，以身相许。我可能不吃这一位啊。对。 不要乱动！有吗？有中吗？好像有中哦，但还是会跳起来，完全没有用啊！他就一直跳，一直跳。对，你就会继续跳。 心控也控不了他多久。嘣嘣嘣嘣嘣嘣嘣嘣！噔噔噔噔噔噔噔噔。 又怎么了？又怎么了？哦，打起来快乐多了。唰！想打那个暗影长老。 先喝快乐水哦！我最近几天都有喝快乐水。
I thank you wholeheartedly. Beyond the doors, the playroom.
买那个大瓶的，一次喝光。
I made sure he'd stay out of our way.
Locked, of course. Regis, rather not have a fist fight with this door. Would you mind?
Not at all.
Open.
Thanks.
可是现在喝起来就没那么快乐。我觉得确诊之后，味觉真的有点变，跟以前有点不太一样。
Something inside? Nope, empty.
刚中标的时候很明显，味道都完全不一样。然后现在好了，还是有一些地方没回来啊。小婷你没变啊，你可能天生神力啊。
A tin knight.
A rocking horse.
Miniature tableware. And plush toys. Cute.
我们都确诊过，我跟小婷都确诊过，欧丽确诊过了吗？
Nice tune.
Indeed, pleasant.
欧丽还没有，那保重啊。
I despise these things.
What the? Found a notebook. Property of
台湾应该
Isabel
1半
de
以上都确
Roquefort,
诊过了吧？
court governess. The notes of Siana and Anna Henrietta's governess when they were little.
I'm not sure it will help. But
来
I
喽
suppose there's no， harm
安
in
娜
looking through them.
跟她姐姐到底有什么问题啊？你打到第4季了，那你是安全宝宝，欧丽。
Siana gave me a drawing today.
Charming.
Of freshly decapitated bodies covered in blood.
Perhaps not so much.
I asked her why ever she would draw such a thing. Her Highness claimed it was a rendering of nightmares which have plagued her for as long as she can remember. Siana does wake up screaming nearly every night, save when she shares a bed with Henrietta. Curse of the Black Sun. Supposedly girls afflicted by it had horrible dreams. Kind of horrible that made some of them go mad. The girls quarreled today. I must note rather sadly they did not behave as befits future ladies. The incident devolved into fisticuffs. Anna Henrietta was first to strike her sister. Siana gave back as good as she'd gotten. By the time I separated them, Henrietta had lost 2 teeth. She ran off to complain to her parents. His Grace the Duke refused to believe my version of events. He laid all the blame on Siana and vowed to punish the little one harshly. Henrietta did her best to have her sister's sentence commuted, but the Duke and Duchess proved unbending.
明明是妹妹先动手的。好啊，好啊。
Today I accompanied the girls for the first time to the land of 1,000 fables. We spent half the day there. First we played with Thumbelina, then with Barbarossa, who proved quite the charmer for a brigand and pirate.
I'm beginning to suspect Isabel de Roquefort wrote in her diary after taking a powerful hallucinogenic. Cannabis rudelaris, for instance, or...
Shh, don't interrupt. I tip my cap to Master Artorius Vigo for his achievement. He has proved he has no equal in the arcane arts.
Wait, Artorius was the court mage here, a specialist in illusions, which means...
Regis, last warning. Stop interrupting or I'll seat you in the corner.
闭嘴。
The girls told me if I ever wish to visit alone, I need but crack open the land of 1,000 fables and utter out loud the incantation, Expecto Ludum.
A book as the key to an illusion. My, this grows more interesting by the minute.
好，等一下找那本书，我要进去看看。
Mages sent by the conclave arrived today. I came to examine Siana. I cannot know what conclusions they drew, but His Grace now seems clearly upset.
Curse of the Black Sun. There's no doubt then that she was diagnosed with the syndrome symptoms.
Or had that label planted on her. It goes on. I dared ask the Duke what would become of the girl. He did not reply. I tutored the girls in Nilfgaardian today. Siana applies herself so, though she has great difficulty memorizing new vocabulary. Lady Henrietta seems more gifted in this regard, yet also prone to impish behavior. When she thought me out of earshot, she called me a blood accuser. She and Siana laughed so hard they almost choked. Blooda is damned, or cursed. What's Cusa?
In the melodious tongue of our none-too-friendly neighbors to the south, the word describes the many-petaled flower that blooms in that place we so unmelodiously call the crotch.
Realize this might sound improbable, but maybe, just maybe, Anna Henrietta tossed Siana into that illusion.
Not impossible. She would be safe there, and isolated. We must see.
好，他被关进了童话世界里。那本书在这。
Nothing under the carpet.
Did you expect something? Apart from the dust swept under there by a lazy chambermaid.
Locked.
雷吉斯去开这个。
Nice tune.
Indeed, pleasant. It's a shame the mechanism's damaged.
Miniature tableware and plush toys. Cute.
我没有看到那本书哎，在哪里？这里。
Well, well. A key tucked behind a picture.
有了。
This it? Let's see.
暴力硬解，不要把人家书弄坏了啊！
Expecto ludum. Regis? Regis!
雷吉斯啊，不见了。
Land of 1,000 fables. Incredible.
树可以烧，再也出不来
Let's
了
see。where this road takes me.
被困在这里。为什么杰洛特不先搞清楚怎么出来啊？他不怕一辈子都出不去吗？
Eye of Nehelene going wild. Whole land's an illusion. It's so powerful there's no way to dispel it.
他们就没有想过安娜用这本书把她姐关起来，就是你可能自己出不来吗？怎么敢？杰洛特你怎么敢？啊！直接用脸探草丛哎，他真的是 face check 哎，好猛哦！沿着黄砖，有了蛤蜊果。 小矮人，火烤蛤蜊果，这又是什么？这是鹿吗？ 小鹿斑比，亚托列斯叔叔，法术将稳定至12526月。哦，这还好它有保存期限呢。这个法术书，这个童话故事书。
Whoa, that should be interesting.
啊，过期会怎么样？有点好奇啊。故事书过期。 啊！我怎么又走回来了？故障有保固吗？他敢这样写，应该是有吧？魔无脸的森林啊，确实地图蛮复杂的，不知道这个到底要怎么走哎。 过这个桥呢？哎，对啊，这边怎么怪物？ 故事书里面怎么会有怪物啊？
For two little girls. Something's not right.
这哪门子的童话故事书里面出现的东西？故障哦，是不是过饱了？其实过饱就会出现怪物啊！哇，那作者有什么毛病啊
？Bloody hell! Let him out!
He gobbled up my gingerbread. Now it's my turn to gobble him.
喜安娜
Hands off my hearth, dearie. You wouldn't want me to get cross.
Then you open it.
怎么了？怎么了？
Now who's this? A lost traveler? You're not supposed to be here, sweetie. Why, you're old and pale. But never worry. A bit of butter.
他要把我做成料理啊
And you'll make a tasty morsel. Just as soon as I catch you.
来看谁把谁做成料理啊！坏女巫。
You cannot possibly fear a few magical plugs.
怎么了？怎么了？怎么了？他会丢植物下来，是不是？哇哇哇！
Careful she doesn't douse you.
这太慢了，用炸的好。他马上就可以再生出那个气球，哎，不，那个泡泡，哎。 哎，逮到你喽！转起来，直接秒杀。哎，魔杖也是啊。
What the hell was that?
The wicked witch.
拜拜拜拜。
Heard of her, haven't you? Now where did you put that key?
Listen, how'd you come by a weapon?
It's Prince Charming's. He no longer needs it. Here it is.
白马王子被喜安娜解决了。
Thank you. She'd have begged me for certain if you'd not... Sienna? Is that you?
It's been years, Jack.
Have you come to play?
No,
我还以为是
I
彼
just
得
want
潘
your
呢。
beans, so you can breathe easy.
哦，杰克哦。
Breathe easy.
所以等下会遇到巨人喽。种豆子到天空，
Jack knows what I mean.
到天上打
So
巨
he'll
人
tell me where the beans are as fast as he can. Isn't that right?
Sienna, I'm sorry, but I haven't got them.
Oh, something tells me you're lying. Perhaps you wish to play the old games after all, hmm? This little piggy went to market. This little piggy went home.
不交出豆子就回去把你烤熟。
I'm telling the truth. I swear it. Henrietta, she ordered them buried all over, so he wouldn't be able to leave.
Where?
I don't know. But Joss, the boy with the thing for wolves, he should know. He sticks his nose in everyone's affairs.
He had better know, because if not, I'll find you and we'll have ourselves a little talk. Understand? Now shoot.
杰克好可怜啊。
Ah, all right. So why is it you're here?
被这对姐妹霸凌呢，来弥补童年的遗憾。
Searching for my lost childhood. Wound up at Kaer Morhen as a little boy. Don't quite remember how. Never had any toys. Never played any games. What do you think? Why might I be here? It's Dettlaff. He's trying to force Anna Henrietta's hand. Wants her to release you. Summoned monsters to attack Beauclair.
Sounds like Dettlaff, all right. But I doubt you came all this way just to bring me up to speed on current events. So get to the point, please.
Isn't it obvious? Offering to be your ally. We both want you out of here. You because you want your freedom back. Me because as soon as you meet with Dettlaff, he'll put an end to the chaos in the city.
You exposed me. I landed in prison because of you. Now you come to beg my help, I dare say. My life is full of surprises, isn't it? Well, normally I'd tell you to sod off. But, from what you say, folk are dying who have nothing to do with this. Not part of the plan. Dettlaff was only to kill those who deserved it. No one else. Fine, Witcher. I accept your offer.
新上司哦，这就是 SL 是不是？哦，懂了。
Shake on it.
白雪公主在矮人的床上。好啊，小婷。
This place. Tell me something more. It's an illusion, right?
Yes, created by Arturius Vigo. Anna Henrietta and I would come here to play out scenes from our favorite fables.
Which didn't seem like she was playing.
Magical entropy. Without maintenance, the spell
真的
gradually
是过饱了。
disintegrates over time. It grows wild.
Your sister chose a dangerous place for your prison.
It's deceptive. Provided I don't provoke them, the fairy tale characters don't attack me. But you don't belong here, so you had best be on your watch.
Since you brought it up, the knights Dettlaff killed. What exactly did they do to you? Crespi, Dulac, Lacroix, Peyrac Peyran?
Not a memory I enjoy revisiting, but I suppose you deserve to know. When my parents disowned me, they ordered those very knights to escort me beyond the duchy's borders.
白马王子死了，
All did so without
被喜安娜
uttering a single
被
word
喜
in
安
my
娜做成
defense.
料理了吧？
Like you said, they had their orders.
But Crespi was not ordered to beat me unconscious with a horsewhip after my first attempt at escape. And Dulac had no instructions to deny me food and abuse me. I learned something then. Knights are not so chivalrous when no one's watching.
是吗？我觉得这个女的说话我不是很相信呢。我现在不是很相信这个游戏里面任何一个人说的话，哎，每个都在骗我，连那个擦鞋的小弟都骗我。
Sorry, but that's no excuse.
I didn't tell you so you would pardon me. I was only hoping you would understand.
Curse of the Black Sun. That's why you were banished, right?
Twisted princesses, mutants. I'm certain you've heard of us.
Even met one of you. Renfrey of Craden.
And? Was she truly monstrous?
She was cruel, that's certain.
啊，他说这个就是影集开头
The
那个
curse or what she went through. Asking myself to this day.
You killed her.
Yep.
Didn't you?
Had no choice.
Funny. Mum said the same when she tossed me out of the house.
可是这些什么暗夜公主，好像也不是他们本身有问题耶。他不是法师在乱搞吗？我觉得巫师里面的法师也是乱源啊，超级乱源啊。
So, what's with the beans? Mind explaining?
Certainly. But you must gird yourself with patience. There are 2 ways out of this land. My darling sister blocked one when she tossed me in here. The other's up there, in the clouds. She made it hard, but not impossible to access by concealing the beans.
Still don't understand.
Don't fret, just listen. That boy, that was Jack, of Beanstalk fame.
有
You know the tale?
Jack climbed a gigantic beanstalk to a giant's castle, high up in the clouds.
As we shall do if we can just find those blasted beans. There are 3. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow.
Stalk won't sprout from just one?
No, because it must transpire exactly as it did in the tale. Clear now?
哈
So we must
有吗
find？
本来
Jaws.
杰克与
Perhaps
魔
he
豆
will
有
be able to
3
help
个
us.
颜色豆
You
子啊、
lead.
我小时候看到是盗版，是不是？我看到盗版的杰克与
Jaws
魔
we
豆
found wandering the glade at the foot of the mount. It's some distance from here, past the witch's house to the right. This is no time to chat. We must find Joss. Witcher.
一颗，好像不知道是一颗还是很多颗哎，但他没有特别提到颜色吧？我记得。还有姜饼可以吃。
So, what exactly is happening in the city?
Bloodshed, a massacre, which is why we gotta hurry.
You needn't fret. Time flows differently.
捷克空手杀巨人，
We can stay here
太
a
无
week.
情了。
Outside, mere minutes will have passed.
杰洛特看的可能是那个啊，白马公主。哦不，白雪王子，白马公主。
I shall butcher you.
这小妖精长跟杰克一样哎，怪怪的，怪怪的。
Not the friendliest pixies I've met.
We're put here to protect the Fable Sphere from intruders, meaning you.
他们是防御机制啊。
Oh, unicorns! We must catch them. We won't have to walk everywhere then. I call the pink one.
独角兽，听杀怪物的故事从小教育有道理啊。哎，萝卜。
Exciting, isn't it? Reminds me of my childhood.
Reminds me of something altogether different.
Care to elaborate?
Rather not. Hey ya!
好开心哦，喜安娜好开心哦。那个塔是怎样？长发公主。
That's him. Joss. Last, they're going to rip them in 6.
他这个乔斯是哪个故事？我怎么没印象
Not good.
这小弟弟是哪个故事的、啊？
Relax, it's over.
No, it's not. There's more. Another wolf behind you.
Ignore him. He always lies.
哦，小木偶是不是？
Boy who cried wolf. Still does, I suppose. And doesn't, when they actually appear.
The one and only. Listen, you little chit. Jack said you know what's become of his 3 beans.
I don't know anything. Not one thing. And besides, watch out. Wolves.
没有要理他。
This'll be interesting.
好可怜。
Let's get to it. Let's say for a minute you know what happened to the red bean. Where wouldn't it be?
For certain, no one swallowed it. Oh no, definitely not that.
Of course not. But say someone didn't. Who would it be that didn't swallow it?
A human. The most human-y human in the land of 1,000 fables.
哦。
Everyone! Wolves! Run!
小孩有什么毛病啊？
Bet you haven't heard what happened to the blue bean. Maybe? Not at all? Right?
I've heard it lies about somewhere, out in the open.
Just like that? No one guarding it?
Nobody. 3 times over. Help! Wolves!
Yellow bean. Don't know a thing about it, right?
It's somewhere very, and I mean very deep. So deep, in fact, it's completely underground.
好，高塔窄窄的地方，
Bold
跟一个不像人的
farmhand
东
who
西
in。no way and not at all awaits someone. Not in the slightest. Good folk! Wolf!
Say that word one more time and I'll chop you up. Feed you to the fishes.
这样
Understood?
不是快多了？还那边反面，
All right, we should go.
直接把刀架在他脖上就好了。这个也不像小木偶啊，这个到底是谁？
Was it though? You need merely remember he
就是
always
放羊的小孩
lies,
而已吗？
or more precisely, reverses the truth.
旁边
Where
旁
to
边也没有
now?
羊，
I'm not sure. We should visit some of the other fables, the meaty ones, that
还
is.
被大野羊吃光
Perhaps
了。
then Joss's hints will make more sense. It's just a few. Red Riding Hood, piglets and bears, 3 of each, and Goldilocks, of course.
哎，真的有长发公
And
主哎
long locks,
我老
and a
婆。
little lass who sells flint.
Fine. Let's get to work.
我要先去找我老婆啊。
Incredible. You must have loved this place.
I did at first. But children get bored quickly. Even tea parties with a whole cackle of princesses eventually turn dull and routine.
What did you do then?
Dropped a duck egg in the swan's nest once, that sort of thing. Stole the pea out from under the princess.
噔噔噔噔噔，看看我老婆长怎样？不知道怎么看呢？我直接去塔里就好了吗？不然去那个塔看看吧。
Will-o'-the-wisp. Think it's got something to show us.
Careful, it's not to be trusted.
Knight's strange. Doesn't look like he's out of any fairy tale I know. Wonder how he got here.
In past times, Honorrietta and I would occasionally run into them here. You see, knights errant far outnumber princesses in the real world, so some knights would sneak into the playroom, then into this land,
进童话故事
in
找公
search
主
of。their fairy tale damsels. That's all.
Only to be shredded to bits by a swarm of pixies. Irony's delicious.
一整套的，还被我拔光光，没有特效啊！大家都进来找老婆，那就不是他老婆。长发公主是我老婆。
This Longlock's tower?
Indeed. It's even taller than I remembered.
Wait. What Joss said about the third beam, remember?
In the possession of a bold farmhand somewhere deep beneath the ground. Yes, this must be it. Let's go.
Could pull myself up here, and I'll have to make that jump.
If you say so, I shall wait down here if it's all the same. Climbing's not my strong suit.
给出的。我要怎么跳上去啊？哦，有了哦，终于。
Prince's corpse. Tried to free Longlocks, but fell and broke his neck.
来了，乐佩，我来了。乐佩呢？Holy shit！ 哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒哒。哇！我会个晴天娃娃。 他不想当我老婆啊，真的欸，是我自作多情啊。
Yellow bean. Here it is. Would have stunk to climb all that way for nothing.
何苦呢？让我想到那个 Doki Doki， 还有什么心动动文学部啊？那个女的叫什么？沙有里吗？好。漂亮。
So?
Got the bean, but long logs. Seems she got sick of waiting for a knight in shining armor.
Can you blame her? Men these days, dandies and fops all.
That why you cozied up to a vampire?
Detlef was a tool, and only a tool.
Too bad he didn't know that.
I trust no one. Learned that long ago. Now it's his turn.
坏女人。
To use him. Was that your plan from the start?
No. At first I was simply intrigued. Do you know the story? It was in Metina, a few years past. I'd gone there to pass some loot off to a fence I know. We were hashing out the terms when in walked Detlef. He said he'd come to sell a silver candlestick. He gripped it through a cloth. That caught my eye. I followed him out, observed him from a distance, but he caught on quickly.
Yeah, superhuman senses will do that.
He turned down a blind alley. I followed. He jumped out from behind a crate, baring his teeth. I suppose he'd wanted to frighten me. Alas, he didn't in the least. After all, I'm a monster too, am I not?
A higher vampire and you were unimpressed? Don't know if that's brave or just plain foolish.
I've always had a way with ostensibly dangerous, quiet types.
That's supposed to be about me too?
Ugh, brother, I hate to disappoint you, Geralt, but your belly button is not the center of the known world. Though, you do remind me of him a bit, stifling all emotions inside you, ever feigning indifference. You see, when I met Detlef, somehow I knew, call it intuition, that he meant me no harm, that he was trying to frighten me off, for he too was scared. Now do you understand?
I guess. What happened then?
We talked, then met up once, twice, 3 times. Enough that he became infatuated. I truly enjoyed it at first, but only at first. He did not love like a man, but like an animal, madly, deeply, unconditionally, wildly. To return such a feeling, anyone would be hard-pressed, let alone someone as twisted as I am.
So there came a day you just up and disappeared.
Yes, there was no other way.
被发朋
Let's
友
just
卡
be
了。
friends, or I don't deserve you.
好
He'd
朋
never
友只是
understood
朋
that
友。
sort of thing. But then, once I decided to return, clean up some old affairs, I remembered him and concluded he could still be of use.
Playing with fire, that.
Definitely. And either I'll get burned or I'll burn all else down. No other options.
Got a history with Detlef now, so this meeting will be different. Not afraid?
I can handle him.
Mm-hmm. Sure about that?
You look at him as a witcher and see a monster. I know what he's really like. You needn't worry. It's time to go. Just a bit more work and we'll be able to say sort off to this fecking fable sphere.
好，先到这啊，太晚了，明天再继续啊。这段感觉开始有趣了，终于啊，这个 DLC 终于开始有趣了。